Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. You all know that we are doing chapter 5 lines and angle, right? So in our previous class I have given you one home assignment, that is part number 1 from question number 9, right, of exercise 5.1. So in our today's class I am going to solve from that part only, that is part 1, question number 9. Alright, so let us start our class without any delay. So student, here we have the question number 9. In the adjoining figure, there are various part of the question given which you have to solve. Okay, and you have to give the reason also. It's better you give the reason. Looking at this figure, you have to tell number 1, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? So in the first class, in the introduction video, part of the video, I have made you understand what is adjacent angle, right? Still I am revising the concept of adjacent angle. Alright, so in adjacent angle, if an angle is adjacent, then what should be there? What are the properties? It should have a common arm, number one thing. Another, common arm or common side also you can say. The angle, this is your side, right? If they have the common arm or the side, then we can consider it as adjacent. But other things are also the important thing which you have to remember, that is common vertex. I'll show you the example also, what is vertex, arm. Alright, and another important thing which you have to remember is there are 3 points. So uncommon arm, which is not common in them, okay, uncommon arm are on either side. Okay, I'll show you the example, and R should be on the either side. Okay, so if say you have one angle, pair of angle, say angle 1 and angle 2, and let this be a AOBC. Okay, so angle 1 is your angle AOB, which is 1, angle 1. Okay, and angle BOC is the angle 2. Alright, so I am considering this as an adjacent angle. Why? Because they have the common arm. Common arm is here OB or BO. Common arm or side is your BO or OB. No problem. Okay, and common vertex, they are originating from one point. Yes, that is from O, AOB and BOC, all are meeting at O, so this is your common vertex. Okay, this is your O, common vertex, that is O, and uncommon arm are on the either side. What is your uncommon arm here? That is AO and OC, that is in the either side. Just see, this is your common arm OB, and uncommon, this is a common arm, and this is an uncommon arm, right? So they are in the either side, other side. Okay, so we can say AO and OC are uncommon arm which are on the either side, that is on the other side. This side or this arm is on the this side, one side, and this is OC on the other side. Okay, so arm are on the either side. So can you say angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent? They are not getting overlapped also, right? So we can consider angle 1 and angle 2 are, yes, they are adjacent angle, because they are fulfilling these 3 properties, which is common arm, right, which is common arm or side, common vertex, uncommon arm, and common vertex, uncommon arm are on the either side. Okay, so looking at this concept, now we are going to solve the number 1, that is angle 1 and angle 2, are they adjacent? So let us make a figure. What is angle 1 here? Angle 1 is AOC, right, AOC, and COE. Angle 2, no, it is COE. So COE. So now, do you think they have a common arm? Yes, they have a common arm, that is angle AOC and in between angle COE they have a common arm, that is CO or OC. Okay, CO or OC is there, so common arm is there. And common vertex, yes, they all are originating from the O, all are meeting on the O, right? So they have a common vertex also. Another thing, uncommon arms, just see, this is your uncommon arm, OA and OE, they are uncommon arm and they are in the other side. The angles are not getting overlap. Like what do you mean by overlap? That means this angle is not getting overlap with this. Okay, so if such is the condition, if the three features are getting fulfilled, then what we can say, they are adjacent angles. So we can write here angle 1 and angle 2 are, yes, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angle. Alright student, I hope you have understood this. Because you can also write because they fulfill all, because they fulfill all the requirements. Okay, requirements. What are the requirements? The requirements are common arm, they have common arm, common vertex, and another important thing, that is uncommon arm are on either side. Okay, so that's why we are considering 1 and 2 as an adjacent angle. Alright. Okay student, proceeding forward, is angle AOC adjacent to angle AOE? So I have given you the concept of adjacent. Now you are going to tell me AOC is adjacent to AOE. Let me make the figure here. AOC and AOE. Alright, that is AOC is one angle here, and AOE. AOE means, just see, this is getting overlap here. Make it as a angle 2 here. This is your angle 2. Okay, whole AOE, right? AOE. So I am considering this as AOE, and this is a AOC. This is an AOC is one angle here, and AOE is here. Just check it out whether you have a common arm here. Common arm is, just check it out, AOC and in between angle AOE. Yes, they have a common arm, that is AO. Yes, they have a common arm. Another thing, common vertex. Yes, all are meeting in O, at O. But another important thing is also there, which you have to consider is, are the uncommon arm. What are the uncommon arm here? So AO is the common arm here. AO is the common arm, right? And what are the uncommon arm? They are OE and OC. They are not on the either side. They are in between the common arm. So this is not getting fulfilled. Alright, the third step is not getting fulfilled, which is uncommon arm should be on the either side. So they are not on the either side. Just see, uncommon arm are not on the either side. They are on the one side. They are on the same side. Alright, so the uncommon arm are in the same side, so we will not consider this as a adjacent angle. So we will write here, no, angle AOC and angle AOE are not an adjacent angle. Alright student, I hope you have understood why. Because you can write here, because uncommon arm. What is the uncommon arm? Can you tell me? Yes, the uncommon arm are OC and OE are not on the either side. Not on the either side. Many of the students make a problem. Many of the students have a problem in this adjacent angle. So student, please be very please make your concept clear, because I have made my 100% to make you people understand. Alright, if there is any doubt, you can ask me, comment me down. Okay, so number 2 is also over. Let's proceed to question number 3. Here we have question number 3 also, that do angle COE and angle EOD form a linear pair. So student, for your better understanding, I have made a figure also here. I have not made the whole figure, but only have made this COE and EOD. With this we have to consider whether this is forming a linear pair of angle or not. So in the introduction part only I have discussed about, I have introduced about the linear pair, right? Still I am revising this. You take if two angle when combined, okay, when combined, if two angles when combined and if they are forming a straight angle, then we will consider it as a linear pair angle which makes 180 degree. Okay, so I am considering here one angle as a COE. Just break this and write COE, and another is EOD. When you join this EOD, right, EOD. Okay, so when you combine this two angle, when you join this angle, what will be the result? This is the result. So this is a straight angle, right? This is a straight angle here which is of 180 degree, right? So this can be considered as a straight angle. If after the joining also they are not showing us the straight line or the straight angle, then we will not consider it as a linear pair. So we can say that yes, angle COE and angle EOD are forming linear pair. Okay, linear pair because they showed a straight line. Alright student, I hope the concept of the linear pair or the concept of the straight line or the straight angle is clear to you people. Alright, proceeding forward to question number 4. The question is, are angle BOD and angle DOA supplementary? So let me make the figure BOD, right? So your BOD, if you look at the figure, BOD is like this, right? And angle DOA, right? So this looks like this. So student, this is your figure with BOD over here, BOD and angle DOA, right? So DOA over here. So student, are angle BOD and DOA supplementary? So what do you mean by supplementary? Supplementary means when sum of pair of angle is 180 degree. This, which means it is a straight line or 180 degree, which we have discussed in question number 3, right? Similar, no? So can you see here it is a straight line? Yes, BOD and DOA, right? And DOA. So when you join this two angle, are they forming a straight angle? Yes, straight line which is of 180 degree. So yes, we can write here that when angle BOD and angle DOA are joined, they formed a straight line which we can consider 180 degree, which is a supplementary angle, isn't it? So this thing we can consider. So our answer is this. Alright, proceeding forward to part 5 question, we have, is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? Let me show you the figure. So you have to say, is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? So is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? Do you think? What do you mean by vertically opposite angle? If you have an angle like this, this is your vertex here, and this is the angle formed in between the vertex is your vertically opposite, and this is a vertical angle. And if you have a pair of angle in which from which the angles are originated, then we will consider it as a vertically opposite angle. That means they are in the opposite side of the angle. This is one angle, this is one angle. If they are joined in one vertex, and if they are having the opposite side, obviously we are going to say that vertically opposite angle. So here can you see it is a vertically opposite angle of 1 and 4? 1 angle 1 and angle 4. Is it a vertical opposite angle? Yes. Yes, it is a yes. Angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angle, isn't it? So in the figure only it is given, and you know what is vertical opposite angle. So the angle which is on the vertex and the pair of angle, they are on the opposite side, having a single vertex, right? So this angle 1 and angle 4 is a vertically opposite angle. So now next, part 6. What is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? What is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? So just see what should be the vertical opposite angle of angle 5. What do you think? Yes, your thinking is absolutely correct, that sir, there are not a single angle you can see. We can see here, we can see a pair of angle opposite to the 5. Yeah. So if suppose this is angle 5, this 5 is, I have drawn over here roughly, and in opposite side of the 5 you can see angle 2 and angle 3, right? So just whatever the line comes, no matter whatever is there, 2, 3, okay, 2 angles are forming here. In this case, if suppose there was if there would be another line, then also you could have considered both the angle, all the angles you should have considered, okay. But over here there are only 2 angles we can see, that is 2 and 3. So student, angle 2 plus angle 3, okay, after adding this, whatever the result you get, that would be the result of opposite angle of 5. Okay, so you are going to write here that angle 2 plus angle 3, because opposite of 5 you can find the 2 angle which is opposite of 5, that is 2 and 3. So angle 2 plus 3 are the vertically opposite angle of angle 5. I hope this is clear to you. If you have more than 2 angles opposite to any angle, then you will consider both the angle, and after getting the addition, that would be a vertically opposite angle. Alright student, so with this our question number 9 gets over. So we will keep here for today. In our next class we will continue from question number 10. Alright student, till then you will have to practice, okay. You have to understand, your home assignment will be, you will repeat the question again, okay. If you have any doubt, you will ask me. Alright.